with the twisting palm. It's probably gonna curve. Oh, sick, man. Whoa, way too fast for Aomine. Hey everyone, welcome to Elevate Your Power Level, where we analyze the artwork, life lessons, and sports movements from anime. In this video, we'll be reacting to Kuroko no Basket Season 2, Episode 14. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications for weekly reaction videos. And if you want early access to all my reaction videos, then join the membership by clicking the button below this video. For those who watched the last video, I talked about the Monroe Catholic girls volleyball team that I coach and how we have different color practice t-shirts to communicate the values of our program, but also inspire everyone that is around us who can read the actual inspirational messages on our t-shirts. So just like I promised in the last video, I'm wearing the second practice t-shirt. And this is a yellow color. It's supposed to be gold because our school colors are actually green and gold, but we couldn't find a nice gold colored t-shirt, so yellow is gonna have to do. And I can't wait to show you what's on the back of this one. Hopefully you can see it. Uplift each other, which is such a powerful tool to use in team sports, especially when you don't feel like you're connecting with your teammates or you're down by a lot of points, or maybe you're just struggling in a practice or in a game. First, focus on how you can give to others, especially if someone else needs encouragement, and together we need to uplift each other. So that is one of our program values. Stay tuned for the next video where I'll show you our third practice t-shirt with an additional inspirational message from that one. Now let's get this Kuroko party started. Jump ball. Oh, that's right, the game is starting. And we did get to watch a little bit of the game from the last one. Ooh, what happened with all that hand action there? Man, all these crossing hand movements. Looks like someone's trying to steal the ball. Okay, someone did steal the ball, so that's why I went all crazy. And of course, we saved the great animation for these intense action scenes, but we got an opening slam dunk alley-oop from Aomine, which is really cool because he wants to establish his alpha presence from the beginning. And then he says, "You're finally here." And like we talked about last video, they are not taking them lightly. Oh, is it gonna do it? Ignite the pass. Oh, I love those trumpets. That's a great soundtrack for... they're not gonna show it. That's a great soundtrack though for that moment of just building up the intensity with the horns. Shout out to all the band geeks out there. I love band music. And special thanks to Raphael, the person who's editing all the magic behind these reaction videos. He told me to make sure I watch the next intro video, and I think some of you actually mentioned it in the comments below, so thank you for those reminders to watch the new intro from Kuroko no Basket. So let's check it out. That's a lonely scene, just kind of panning across while Kuroko's working on his shot. What does that say behind those large English words? Basketball, which Kuroko plays. Okay, so that's kind of the theme. What's this? Oh, same thing for the orange one. And I like it because these bold, colorful shapes with thick lines is very similar to like a manga style illustration, just animated. But the animation is not as smooth as the last intro. They're kind of stiff. Not as many frames as they're moving through each one. Dang, let's look at the detail of that notebook. Look at that, you have like a full all-out Excel spreadsheet, and knowing the amount of detail that Japanese animators put, I bet you that's like an actual basketball stat sheet that they use in Japan. So if you know about this, let me know, confirm my suspicions in the comments. One thing that I always found kind of funny is that even if you don't paint your fingernails, you don't want to make it the exact same skin tone color as your actual regular skin, because it just looks kind of funny. So I wish they would have made the fingernails just a little bit darker skin color to just have some separation between that. Oh, a new team manager? Who is that? Another female. Another team. Okay, so this is probably where we get to meet all the other team managers. It's interesting that all the team managers are female. I wonder if there are any, if it's like considers a female's job in Japan. This music's okay. I'm not super feeling it like the last intro where it was kind of building up a lot of energy. I don't understand that one. What's the deal with the ring? So we have Kagami walking through I don't know who, and a ring passing through. Oh, that was sick. That's like, wow, that's like Vegeta's one-handed fireball. Let's look at this super ignite pass. Turning with all that smoke around there. But he's not really punching it. It looks like he's still throwing it. Oh, the Winter Cup. Thank you for all those in the comments that said, I remember asking some of you in the comments about like how long do they have to train before the Winter Cup, and some of you said 1 month, and 1 month is actually a good amount of time to make some significant improvements. If it's just a 1 week training camp, that's not really realistic. So if we do see Seirin getting a lot better in this episode, it's because there's actually a 1 month training block there, and it's enough time to kind of work through some injuries that people might have, like Hiyoshi. I'm super excited to announce the official launch of our YouTube channel memberships, where you can receive exclusive perks such as loyalty badges and custom emojis that only members can use, as well as early access to all my reaction videos, behind the scenes content, and members only polls, where you can vote on video topics such as which anime to watch next, and more. Joining our membership community is a great way to connect with other hardcore fans, engage with me on a deeper level, and a direct way of supporting this channel so I can continue making better videos for all of you guys. So click that join button below this video and sign up for your Elevate Your Power Level membership today so we can keep this power level party going. Kai. Kai as in the person who he's passing it to? Man, look how much energy Kuroko is generating, like all this wind, to the point where it's blowing back Aomine's jersey and making his hair waver. The title of this episode is Useless Effort, so my guess is that Aomine is just going to do boom. It's just going to catch you like that. Kind of like how they do. I know I make a lot of Dragon Ball Z references because that's just my favorite one. But it just reminds me of the scenes where the good guys are like charging up and like getting ready to make this really big punch, and then the villain just does this and just catches it like it's nothing. So my guess is it's going to be like this. Passing right in front of him. Is he gonna stop it, or is he gonna go through the hand? Oh, with a twisting palm. It's probably gonna curve. Oh, sick, man. Whoa, way too fast for Aomine to even slow it down. Oh, but Kiyoshi can catch it. We gotta watch that again. This is like where Dragon Ball Z meets basketball. With like a little downward palm, man. Even that surprised Aomine, Aomine. Man, just kind of blowing past the hand there. That was a cool scene. Aww! Wait, who's already? Oh, Aomine already caught up to him? Dang, that guy's fast. Into the pass in the air. The physics looked kind of funny. So he went in the air and he's gonna do like a behind the back alley-oop. Okay, this is how I would have animated the physics a little different. So yes, you can actually go for a shot and then pass it, but instead of doing this, stopping, turning, and doing that, it should have been one fluid motion, kind of like this, and then flip like that, just to make it like in the air. But did Aomine catch up? Whose hand is that? Oh, Kagami dunking on top. Ignite the past. Okay. The one thing I think talked about in Haikyuu, where sometimes when they change animators and the style's too drastically different, the characters can look different. Because if this is Kisei, it doesn't look like the same Kisei. Then let me explain why. Kisei's nose is a little bit lower than his previous one, and his eyes are closer together. And I think even the shape of the eyes and the hair is not as big. Kisei, previous one, had a little bit bigger hair, kind of more narrowed. This one has like wider cheekbones. His was kind of a narrower face, and the nose was a little bit higher, and eyes were a little bit smaller. Even more than a speed. Oh yeah, penetrating. Mina. Oh, he abbreviated his name to Mine-chin. Penetrative force due to the spin. That's cool. That's why he turned it. So I wasn't seeing anything weird. Man, just that whole... That's crazy. But Aomine studied it and learned it. Ooh, Aomine is having fun now. The way he celebrate, look at that. Okay, look at the ball guy. I'm just gonna call him Tanaka from now on. I'm still learning the bench players, by the way. I'm sorry. Look at his leg twitching. I'm gonna do that. Ready? Oh, I'm wearing black shorts. I'm gonna pull these up. Yeah, don't rush. It's just the first... We're just getting started. Easy mid-range shot. Yeah, how is Kuroko gonna respond? Yeah, it's okay to be impressed by the opponent. At least they're not a dirty playing team. Oh, he out rebounded Kiyoshi. That's pretty impressive. Okay. Sakurai is the blonde-haired guy on Toho. Let's see how many times Kuroko actually does the pass. But this is so early that they can't underestimate Seirin. Okay, look at that. Okay, this is what I was talking about. This looks more like Kisei. Actually, sorry, his eyes are actually bigger in this one, but you see how they're further apart and the hair is more drooping, and his cheekbones aren't as big, but this is what I'm used to seeing when I see Kisei. And he looks a little better looking in this one. Oh! Opening what? The can of worms? Oh, the Demon's Gate. Oh, Kagami one-on-one versus Aomine. This is what we've been waiting for. Yeah, because every possession is so critical. Even though it's early. And this will establish the precedence. I'm going to predict that Kagami is going to shake him. And this music's getting so intense, and the sweat is dripping. The aura is red versus blue. Oh, okay, he keeps up with them. But he stops. Spin move? Does he go? Does he finish? But, oh, come on. Stole it with his offhand. Oh, maybe there's a flashback from the last time he played one-on-one. Oh, sick. Okay, so this is kind of where they play mental chess. And this reminds me of the movie Hero. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, where there's this amazing battle scene between Donnie Yen and Jet Li, where they actually choose to fight in their minds, and they just have this whole hypothetical fight scene come in their minds. It reminds me of that scene. But it's cool that Kagami is kind of playing through, and that's what real athletes do, by the way. This is not fantasy. Like, we kind of mentally play through what happens if I do this, and that kind of helps us make a decision for what we actually do in reality. Oh, passes it instead. Oh, okay, for the open shot. So he doesn't try to force something that he can't do yet. And that takes a lot of good teamwork. Yeah, sometimes the fans just don't know how, like, all the challenges of what happens on the court. But maybe Kagami's still studying Aomine and still getting warmed up and testing things out. But the elite competitors can see that mind game. Oh. Yes. Man, this is so... Okay, by the way, this is actually very realistic, especially for basketball players. They actually will pump fake just to see your reaction. If you bite, then they know they have you. And sometimes they see how fast your reaction is. Are you able to keep up? So action can go both ways. If you bite hard, then they know you're going to do anything they want you to do, and they just fake one way and then go the other way. But if they react without fully committing, then you're in trouble, because no matter what direction you fake, they have the reaction time to actually respond, but they have the intelligence to not fully commit to the fake. So this is very real. It happens in volleyball too, all high-level sports where you have an opponent. Okay, I'm distracted by the guy in the back on the far right, Kisei's teammate. He just kind of looks like a flounder fish, or like a star, those moonfish or sunfish. His eye is too far back, so it needs to be closer. You see how my eye is like pretty close to the bridge? It needs to be closer when you have the profile view. Yes. Choosing when not to battle is just as important as choosing when to battle. And Kagami has matured a lot. Yes. It's funny how the coach and I said it at the same time. I wonder what the score is. Oh, that makes sense, because it's like all the smoke's coming out. It'd be dangerous to use it repeatedly against Aomine. Yeah, you don't want to give away your secret moves too much. Ush. I like how he knows his role is just as a good perimeter shooter, not trying to go too much one-on-one. Yeah, he looks so confident. I love it. That's the captain we need. Hyuga for the win. There's another very common stretch that you're going to see in sports. Like, we saw this all the time in Haikyuu. Well, first of all, the cross arm stretch. And then the next one, this one, like you're about to fight. I'm assuming Hyuga's doing that. If I watch another one like Blue Lock, I bet you, even though it's a football, using most of your legs, they're probably still going to do this and this for the anime. I like this cat guy. He's always happy. Confidence. Oh, look at... Okay, when he caught the ball, this is crazy. This is really, really great detail on the basketball. And even if it's just for a moment, it's like 0.1 second. So what I'm pointing out is, if you look at the seams of the basketball, most like low-level animation would just draw a orange or brown circle with lines and no drop in the ridge. But you see how every seam of the basketball, there's a dip, so it makes the basketball feel more rounded and real, because that's actually what a basketball looks like. It has the seams groove, and that's how you can grip the ball a little bit easier too. So really great job from the animating team. Okay, there is a little bit of worry from Sakurai. Step back three? Like Steph Curry? Oh, the step back. He's doing it. Maybe that's what he was working on in the camp. Look at that. Let's see. Okay. So you see how far he is from the three-point line? Looks like he's like a whole meter behind the he's a whole meter behind the three-point line. That's pretty far away. That's like Midorima status. Still showing. Apologetic mushroom, what does that mean? Body jumper. Oh man. I love it. Is it gonna do another one? Yes. I love that he's just holding his hand out for the accuracy, but for the swag as well. But the captain of Toho is also not rattled. Oh. Sakurai has also achieved another level. It's all about whoever makes the last adaptation. Good teams will adapt to each other. Oh, he's gonna do it to him? Oh! Oh, right back in his face. He shows he's not afraid. I like how this guy always talks evilly with a smile. Ooh. Those opponents are scary. Where the more upset they get, the harder they try and the better they become. Why is he so confused? After all, I'm better. Oh, because he's talking trash to his face. Alright, I know I'm talking a lot about the animation, but I am an art teacher and I was a former animator. If they're going to show him jogging, they should at least shrink his body, which is really easy to do with AI. But it's weird when they're jogging, but they're not... Like, the camera's panning back, but that's not the same as him going deeper into space. Yep. It's that battle. Oh, another deep three. Another deep three. Who's gonna crack first? This is awesome. This is real, by the way, too. Sometimes people, when you take it personal, you want to show who's better. Not even just your team, but individually. Ah, interesting. So he's saying that you're gonna tire yourself out towards the end of the game if you keep forcing these threes, because they do take a lot of energy. But yeah, but they're not gonna waver because their pride's on stake. Okay, 1922. Oh, if Kuroko says we're not finished, you know they're not finished. What? Passing to Kuroko? Can he even catch it? Yes, he can. Oh, come on. Behind the back alley-oop. Vanishing drive. Oh, another deep three. To tie it in the end of the first quarter. That's amazing. That was good team play. Momo. Evil smile. At least we can actually see his eyes now. Usually there's a bunch of glare. I feel like Kagami is just gonna wait until the end to really go crazy, which is when he usually gets tired. Maybe the Vanishing Drive also takes a lot of energy. Uh-huh. But the coach says, go ahead and do it. Yes, so true. You should also make the opponent adapt to you. Don't be too careful to see what they do. That's a good coach. Conditions. What do they mean by that? So everyone, okay, they're already talking about the Vanishing Drive from the audience. Okay, so this is not just a magic trick. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's go from the beginning. He has diagonal. The human eye can track vertical and horizontal movements, but it also has trouble with diagonal movements. Okay, so he goes diagonal, like ducking under. And he reads what the eyes are looking at, so maybe he sees where the eye is going. Okay, so he misdirects with his eyes, and then he goes the opposite direction. What is the condition? Maybe if they don't move at all. Oh, okay, so maybe when Kagami's on the court, it works. Because you have to keep your eye also on Kagami. Oh. So he waits to see when he's looking at Kagami. Oh, interesting. But Kuroko did it with her on the court without Kagami. But I bet you that's probably not the only reason, and Kuroko has like another level of the Vanishing Drive. Let's see what Aomine said. No way. As long as Aomine stays on Kagami. Haha. So this is where Aomine is like, forget the game plans. Just let me be and I'll beat them. Oh, was that frustration from the captain? Oh, worry, and from the team manager. That's how we predict the future of this, how the game's gonna go. Aomine's individual basketball is going to hurt them in the end. Oh, is he gonna do the Vanishing Drive against Aomine? Tetsu. Oh, look at those intensity from his eyes. But he's gonna block his shot. Aomine already. Oh, step back. Oh, because he hit his eyes. That's a cool way to go about it. That's pretty cool. That's a cool way to deal with it. I mean, that's not realistic, but it makes the storytelling really awesome. But she looks so concerned. Maybe because she's sad about the breaking of their friendship. What is that comes off the ball? It's like he's breaking the leather. Look at all that orange stuff. Kind of like he broke his arm. Oh, just steal it and then come back with a dunk. Yeah, he just continues to show who's boss. Oh, Kuroko looks defeated. I mean, I'm assuming Aomine is a shadow because he just always has this like looming angle. He's a little darker. And Kuroko is the light. And now the shadow's bigger than the light. Very respectful. He walked around him instead of like shouldering him, which is usually what happens in basketball. You kind of walk through the person and bump the shoulder. Time out. Oh, he's gonna do it? Maybe he's frustrated. Oh no, he's gonna give away too many of his moves. Maybe he's doing this out of frustration and he's losing control of himself. Oh, and that's where he stops it. Just like that. I predicted that. Woo! And the ball spinning his hand. But I have faith in Tetsu. He's going to calm down. He's going to have to revert back to team basketball. This is like Dragon Ball Z version of basketball, I'm telling you. Oh, and he dribbles right past him and then dunks it again. Shakes him. Oh, what is that? A super underhand ball. Hey, I mean, gotta give credit to Aomine. He is single-handedly just stopping people, but that's gonna bite him in the butt. I thought the coach called timeout. And this is where the momentum starts to develop, and the coach definitely needs to call a timeout to stop the bleeding, refocus the team, change the game plan. Oh. Okay, he got the steal. Let's see how they... Oh, Kuroko's got a towel over his head. This is why you need a coach to have that outside perspective. And some frustration from Kuroko. Yeah, he let it get the best of him. Are those tears or is that sweat? Yeah, is he more frustrated at himself or the fact that his brand of basketball is not succeeding? I like how he's grabbing his head and Kuroko hates that, but this time it's to give him some encouragement. And this is why you need a good teammate. I like that. This is why there's no such thing as useless effort. That's a great phrase from Kagami. Is this a new outro too? I like this outro song. It's rocking out from the beginning. And I noticed that a lot of outros tend to have like more still images, at least from Haikyuu also. A little bit less movement, probably because they want to show the credits too. And animation is like purposely more choppy to kind of make it more cartoony, which I think is a really cool effect. And the animation style is a little more simplified, like more kiddish like, not as detailed. I like how they're always showing like other team managers. Oh, who's that guy? Gotta remember this guy's face on the Yosen. They usually have probably 1-2 meter guy. And Kuroko still the center of the team. Those are the Chicago Bulls colors. Cleaning the basketball court. That's a good team bonding event. The basketball which Kuroko plays. No previews today. I gotta say, I'm really getting into season 2, and for me to I just feel so zoned into the action and just back and forth, and the storytelling is really awesome. From in one episode, you get Aomine not being able to stop the new Ignite pass and then explaining how it happens because it has a little bit of curve to it, or has spin so it drills through, and then to Aomine reminding everyone why he is the best player. Although if he is this good, I really wonder how good Akashi is. I mean, he must be crazy. Like, what's his special move? He plays with scissors in his pockets and like stabs people as he plays. But this was really great back and forth, lots of emotion. And for me, it makes me emotional to see Kuroko so down, because he's usually the one that is used to having to fight for something and never giving up and encouraging people to not give up, and now he's the one that looks defeated. But it's great to see that Kagami's saying, hey, you take a break, you step out, I'll take care of business, and you can still help us come back. So that is a great teammate. And I like the title. Is it useless effort, or there is, yeah, I think it's just useless effort. And then for Kagami to redeem that phrase, useless effort, to say there is no such thing, I like that.